We've got the dynamic and exciting Mark Stecher with us, CEO, founder of Build to Exit and DICOM. Let's find out a bit about Build to Exit and, more importantly, from our point of view, how it's going to amalgamate with the business marketplace. Hi, Mark.
Gary, how are you?
Fantastic. For our viewer right now, you and I are collaborating about Build to Exit and the business marketplace. But more importantly, let's find out how and why did you write Build to Exit?
So I've been in business for around about 30 years, Gary, and I found after 25 years I wanted to get out and sell my business. And I discovered that nobody wanted to buy my business, so it was worth nothing. I spent the next 5 or 6 years turning my business around and getting it to a point where it pays all my wages, pays my bills, and I only work about 4 or 5 hours a week in the business, and I can run it from anywhere. I decided to write a book and create a system called Build to Exit to help business owners. My target market, or the target market we're looking at, are business owners that otherwise, like myself, would have failed. One of that 80% that would have failed. I'm looking at the 50% that should and could build really good businesses if they had a strategy and a structure around it. And that's what Build to Exit aims to do.
When I said at the beginning, or asked the question, how did you write it? I know you've created a grid. Tell our viewer a bit about the 25 chapters, the grid, and the whole concept.
Okay, so the first thing is there are 5 pillars of value. The first one is vision. The second one is mastery. Vision is about creating a vision for yourself, for your team, and for the world around you. Mastery is about standing yourself out as an industry leader. The next pillar is about team. It's about creating a business that works without you or in your absence. Then we talk about profitability and financial stability. And finally, it's about brand. It's about getting people coming looking for you rather than you going searching for your clients. That's the 5 pillars, and then we have 5 phases that deal with a particular business challenge. The first one being getting clarity about where you are and about where you're going. The second one is about generating and creating time in your business. The third one is about generating cash flow. The next one is about creating the business that works without you. And finally, it's about building real value in your business.
So you mentioned the 5 pillars. There are 25 chapters.
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about not each chapter, but the whole concept of the chapters and how, at the conclusion, you've built a business to exit.
Okay, so the book is set up in a series of, as I mentioned, 5 phases and 5 pillars. The intersection of the phase and the pillar defines the content of the chapter. So as an example, in the first phase, we start off with the vision for yourself. What is it I want to get out of the business? And that proceeds through another 5 steps to get to a point where you've got real clarity about the business. And so each phase goes through that series of 5 steps, constituting 25 chapters, which are the precursor to a course.
And that's what we're really excited about, the course as well as the book. For the business marketplace, it's all about Meet, Buy, Sell, Connect, and helping our members build a powerful business. And we see Build to Exit as part of that strategy. So tell us a bit about how you see we can incorporate strength.
Okay, so what I see, particularly with business marketplace, which is a great place for people to come and connect and communicate, if we add on top of that strategies, and this is a sequential process of strategies that can help people build real value in their business and build businesses that are strong. So it's a great combination of people communicating, collaborating, and also building value in their businesses.
Of course, we're filming this live at one of the business marketplace events, so you might even be hear a bit of the noise of the hustle and bustle in the background, which is great. With Build to Exit, it's not necessarily about exiting, but having a choice.
Correct.
Tell us a bit about that.
Okay, so as an example, I'm an example of that. I was a business that probably would have failed 3 or 4 times. I persevered. I got to the point where I turned my business around, and now I could sell that business. It's a business that provides my wages, as I mentioned, pays all my bills, and I only work 5 hours a week. So it is actually now a saleable asset. But I don't want to sell it because it's creating the lifestyle that I want. I've now got the freedom. I'm working on other businesses. I've got my own vision and things that I'm working on, and that business has allowed me to have that lifestyle. So rather than sell the business, I'm keeping that and continuing to build it and build more value in the business. So it's not really about selling or exiting as such.
Okay. And one of the other things that's so exciting and compelling about your book and the program, certainly with the book, is the feedback. Now, I understand we've already had feedback that people have said they've read it and, the feedback has been exceptional. Share a bit of the feedback.
Okay, so I'd like to start off firstly. When I first started writing the book, it got to 600 pages and it was quite a detailed and involved book. So I decided to write a book about the book because I realised that most people don't read books. And so the book that I've created, the first book in the series, is called The Story. It's a story about the book. Some feedback particularly from Dennis Frank. I'd like to use his name. He's given a great testimonial. He was at a space about 3 months ago where he wanted to get out of his business. In fact, he came to me and said, Mark, I want to come and work for you full time. I've had enough of my business. I said, Dennis, hold off, read the book and come next year and do the course, and I'll talk to you in 12 months' time. So Dennis, who's a tradesman and doesn't read books, he actually read the book cover to cover. And he came to me when he finished the book and he said, I'm so excited about my business and I'm so inspired about where I can go, and I can't wait to start the coursework next year. And so I said to him, well, tell me, how difficult was it to read the book? And he said, somebody with the intelligence of 2 bricks taped together could read this book, which is really exactly what I wanted to achieve. I wanted to make the book easy to read so people have got an idea of what's involved. And so people who are wanting to get into business have got a bit of an idea of the journey ahead, and people who are already in business have got a structure and a sequential path that they can follow, and it's designed to be done in an easy to follow method.
Yep, and we've found that to be the case. And one of the things that's really exciting about Build to Exit and the business marketplace is how all our members from now on will have that opportunity to access your brilliance. For our viewer right now, just give us 4 or 5 tips on what people can expect from the program and the book.
Okay, so there are lessons in each chapter, but I'd like to talk about 3 that are particularly compelling, and I finish up the book with these three particular lessons. The first one is about life balance. What we find is so many business owners are so stuck in their businesses, working in their business, they neglect their relationships, they neglect their health. 2 of the most important things, and I talk about it in the main book, where the foundation to all goals that we should set are, number 1, our health, because if we don't have our health, then we've got nothing. And number 2 is our relationships. So it's really about getting back there and connecting and creating life balance in all areas. There are 8 different areas we look at. The second lesson is about creating value in your business, which is really what the business is about, the Build to Exit business is about. It's about going through and taking steps to create value in your business. We're working in a business anyway. The book is really about saying, okay, let's dedicate 3 or 4 hours a week to work on creating that value. So at the end of the day, when I was in a situation after 25 years I had a business that wasn't worth anything, you'd now have something that you could sell that has value. And the third lesson is about creating a vision. And a vision for me is not just a vision about yourself and what it's going to do for you, it's also a vision for your team. What are you going to do for your team and how are you going to empower them? But most importantly, the vision for the change you're going to make in the world. And that's the thing, that's the really exciting thing, I think, that I want to leave the book with. And the final statement in the book is, measure your success not by your dollars in your bank account, but by the smiles you create.
Brilliant. So what we would say to you right now is stay tuned, watch out. We're going to be bringing you the Build to Exit concept in conjunction with the business marketplace real soon. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Gary.